Three voices, three views, one microphone. No scripts, no filters, no holding back. Red, white, blue, we say what we think. Telling your trial, no filter. Let's go.
Welcome from the great state of Texas. Today, guys, I still want to go over a big part of this. I'm going to stay on top of this because I've been on TikTok and I've been getting a lot of views, and TikTok's starting to piss me off because they are blocking my videos that are shown on there because I guess I'm talking too much about it on my TikTok.
Sharia law.
Yeah, the Sharia law. And I'm getting a lot of views on it. People are tired of it. People want to stand up to it. And I keep getting it. I'm getting tired of getting the question of, well, the Constitution, nothing can happen. Anything can happen. People need to see what's going on in Michigan. Quit being blind to it. See what's going on.
Yep.
Another thing is on top of that is that new mayor in there in Michigan is a Muslim.
Yep.
And
He
a lot
should
of
not be in office at all.
well, the problem is, I was told that in Michigan they don't have you don't have to use voter ID.
No.
So people keep asking me, well, it'll never happen here. It'll never happen here. Just like they think a war would never happen here, and it can happen here. But the thing I'm getting at is, and the reason why I'm so pissed is because what people are not understanding is they're feeding this to our kids.
Yep.
This is what they're doing. They're brainwashing Americans.
Yep.
And thinking that Sharia law is a good thing. When you can marry a 10-year-old kid
And get her pregnant.
that
kid ain't even got to be a kid.
and the man's 60,
Yeah. That's a pedophile.
and then these people, Americans, feeling sorry for them. Why the fuck would you want to feel sorry for
I
them?
don't feel sorry for them.
You want to feel sorry for them?
Let me ask you two this. Okay. They come over here and they want everything from us. And me, I would take and round them all up, wives, kids, everything, and I take pictures of all of them and get all their names, fingerprints, everything. Ship their butts right back over where they came from and never allow them to ever come back in the United States again. And that's including the children, because the children are going to grow up and be taught to hate us. So we're going to have to battle, or our kids, or grandkids are going to have to battle us again later down the road if we don't.
Well, let me tell you guys something. There is soldiers here that they have trained.
Yeah.
That are training the ones that are here.
Mm-hmm.
And people are giving me excuses, and it's the same pity crap. They're calling me stupid, for one, and then calling me out on stuff. And so I call back, hey, well, tell me the laws of it.
Yeah.
What do you know about the laws of it? And I don't get no comments back.
Our biggest thing is we go by our Constitution. And we're not going to veer from that Constitution, not even an inch. Not at all. True Americans don't. You get all these bleeding hearts and ass kissers out here that sit there and want to take, no. Period. No.
I'm going to tell you guys something, especially you, Addie, because you're young. And if you see what your generation needs to see what they do to the women, how they treat them.
Yeah. You need to watch videos on all this stuff that shows you, how the women don't go by what they say. They'll cut their head off. Bottom line, they treat women like dogs.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen it, a little bit of clips on TikTok here and there, kind of how, and then I kind of would like watch documentaries about stuff like that, especially whenever I was doing really deep dive on the whole 9/11 thing, and I was kind of watching how everything works, and then I don't know, like, whenever I'd watch reality TV, like the stuff on TLC,
yeah,
I would see it there too. How they kind of have a certain persona of how they run everything over there, completely different from over here.
Well, here's the thing: is they didn't teach your generation what happened in the 9/11. And let me tell you something: each and every person in 9/11 in America was not fighting each other; they were with each other. And one thing I'll never forget, and it's burning the back of my head, my fucking skull, is those people had to jump out that building so
Yep.
they wouldn't burn alive.
You could see them jumping out and just coming down.
And to sit there and tell me that they're going to let these Muslims come in, be part of this country, be in the government. Look, they're telling you what they're doing. They're here
Yeah.
to change the rules. They're doing it in England. They're doing it everywhere.
Yeah.
They're in, and I've tried to put videos where the guys are sitting there saying, we're in every country.
Every state.
No, I'm talking about every country
Yeah,
all
every
around the
country
world.
and
They're
every
in every
state, yeah.
country, every state. It doesn't matter where it's in. Scotland, England,
They're trying to take over the world.
Germany. They're trying to take over everything.
But did you see the one where Poland told them if they even step foot inside there, they will be killed immediately,
Well,
right on the
I'm gonna
spot.
move to Poland.
Well, yeah. Well, my thing is
Poland.
that Trump needs to do something. Quit listening to these governors.
Well, Democrats have took and made so many laws, Keith.
Who gives a shit about the
I
laws?
know, but they're blocking him in every direction. That's why he's asking for help from us. You didn't know about that.
Well, I know that, but my thing is this: you fixing it when you ask for our help. You fixing to see what's going to happen because the rednecks are going to come out.
They're already coming out.
The damn cowboys are going to come out. You got the damn bikers that are going to come out. You know, you got all these people that are going to come out. The true Americans, they're getting tired of this shit.
Oh yeah, and I know I'm fed up with it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'll be right at the front of the damn line. I'll fire the first shot. I don't give a shit.
Because something's got to be done. And I'm tired of seeing people come on my TikTok and questioning me when it's right in their face. If they're that damn blind, stay off TikTok. They're calling me stupid.
That's the leftists because
I know
they
that.
are stupid.
There was a comment on there that I seen, and it was like a threat towards us, and it was like I commented back on it, but it said something about like it was like just wait until something, and you'll see what happens. And I'm like, what are you gonna do about it? Probably nothing, right? Because that's why you're hiding behind a screen. That's why your account is private. That's why you have no profile picture. Like,
well, there's a bunch of sleepers here, baby, that's already been activated. They already put in motion what they're fixing to do.
Well, people don't put their pictures on there because they're faking it. They don't want to, and you know, they're just trying to draw up drama. TikTok is the worst about being on the leftist.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to.
Well, that's how come I got put in TikTok jail.
Well, my thing is this: I'm fixing to push everything on X. I'm going to tell the people that are on my TikTok, let's go to X.
What's X? You'll have to show me what that is.
That's Elon Musk's. What he bought.
You do know Elon Musk is the one who owns the goddamn data centers.
Well, you're not. When it comes to government, we're not going to win.
Oh, I know.
Because
no, well,
they're trying to take everything over, and they are.
Well, see, you know, they couldn't push this data center shit. We were just talking about it. It's about the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin is the whole thing on it is they try to push it because that way they can control your money and everything.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
See, I think X is more of a better platform anyway because I was watching a podcast. And it was about how people people post a lot of stuff on X, you know?
Yeah.
And since it's Elon Musk's app, the government was trying to be like, oh no, they can't post that. So you have to tell them they can't post that. Or you to take it down. He was like, it's not anything wrong with it. So why am I going to sit there and tell people they can't put their own opinion on social media?
Well, see, he's letting everybody put what they want to on there. Doesn't matter if you're leftist or rightist. That's the reason why he bought. If it wasn't for him doing that, we wouldn't have known what the government was hiding and doing because they were doing all this stuff, and they went on that social media and found all the stuff they were doing.
I didn't think I'd heard. Yeah, I remember
hearing
something about that.
So, the reason why I'm saying X is because when I put videos on there, I know they're not just going to be shut down. Hell, Facebook didn't shut me down.
Yeah. Well, hell, they kicked Ted Nugent completely out.
Between Facebook, Instagram, and X.
Well, but my thing about it is that on Facebook, I feel like they're not putting my videos towards people. Like it is getting to some people, but not enough people.
Yeah.
Where I think X will get the more views because they're not blocking. I still think they're towards the leftist still. They're just not going to do it because if Trump got out of office and then another Democrat got in there, they're going to go left again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there is a loophole, and Trump can actually run again. And so, because I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's possible for him to run one more time.
Well, there is one president that has done that before in America.
Yeah.
No.
But the biggest thing is, and we got to stress it as much as we can, because us three know about it. It just people are gonna have to wake up and quit being such bleeding hearts, because our lives are on the line. Our grandchildren, our kids, all of them's lives are on the line on this.
Well, the problem is that when she was growing up, we were in her life to make sure she understood how life was.
Yeah.
But a lot of people now, and she could tell you this, we got some of her sisters, I'm gonna call out, that don't socialize with their own kids.
Yeah.
They really don't, and it kind of breaks my heart a lot because whenever I'm with like
Stick them on an iPad.
whenever I'm with my niece, we went we had to spend a whole day together.
Yeah.
Like it was for my senior prank, and she was with me the entire day. She never touched the iPad at all. Like she was like, "Oh, can we go to the park? Let's go to the park. Hey, can we go to Chick-fil-A? Yeah, let's go to Chick-fil-A. Hey, can I go play the playground? No, let's go play the playground." Like,
But that's
it's
the deal.
not that hard. All you do
Yeah.
is just sit there and you play with them, or you watch them, or they're like, "Hey, let's go do this." You don't shut them down immediately. Oh, I'm too tired. Okay, it doesn't matter how tired you are. You have to get up and be there.
So the point I'm getting at on that situation is that, when you came home, we were going to pay attention to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The only people that are paying attention to them is the teachers at school. Well, if the teachers are teaching them all this crap, they're going to believe it, and they're going to pay attention to it, and they're going to grow into it, and that's what I'm talking about.
Well, parents need to be parents. That's parenting.
Well, they don't do it anymore.
I mean, look at all the stuff I do with my three. I take them fishing and everything.
Well, that's the
Bow
deal.
arrows, the whole work.
They make excuses that they're tired, and they work. I work in the heat. I'm in Texas, and I work 10-hour days. Right now, I've been working 6 days a week. You can ask this kid. I'm burnt. You see my watch, where my watch is at.
Yeah.
I'm out here in 100-something degree weather,
Yeah.
but I still got to do things.
That's like me. I come home dead tired, and my hips are going out on me, but I still get out there and play ball with my boy or whatever the kids want, a frisbee or whatever.
He got home, and I don't know what we were doing, but me and Mama were sitting there talking, and he was saying he was hungry, and so he just got off work, and I was like, "Oh, I want Mexican food."
Yeah.
So where did we got Mexican food? So it's like being tired is not an excuse anymore.
Yeah, no. That's like my grandpa on my mom's side. My grandpa Travis, he's full-blood Cherokee Indian. He'd be dead tired. He done roofing, that tar roofing.
Yeah.
He'd be out in that extreme heat with that hot tar and all that stuff. He'd come home, and you could just smell it on him. And he was tired, but yet he made time for me. He knew I loved wrestling, so he wrestled with me and everything. And I never forgot that. That's making memories.
Yep.
You got to make memories with your kids. Don't try to be their buddies. Be parents, but do stuff with your kids. That means more to them than anything in the world.
Well, and that's the thing. You're paying attention to them, so they know they're going to get it at home, and not try to get it at school from the teacher,
or get out on the streets and somebody paying attention to them to sell drugs.
Yeah, it's just they crave that attention. They need somebody. They need to be heard. Like when you sit down and eat supper, we taught our kids, don't pull them phones out of my table.
Oh no, I don't allow.
Even like now with my friends, you can ask any of my friends. Anytime we're all eating together, you do not see any phones.
Yeah.
Anymore.
They all need to be put up.
Like we've really had like an older couple come up to us and ask us, and they're like, "We usually always see kids on their phones." I'm like, "Not us. We don't ever be on our phones."
No.
Because that's time to enjoy and have it with your kids and talk.
It's family time.
There's a reason why you're all sitting on the table. There's a reason why you're all there together. You're not there to be on your phones. You're not there to be scrolling on TikTok or watching videos. You're there to socialize.
Yeah.
So anytime we're eating, even if it's at the house, anytime we are eating, none of us are ever on our phones, and we all just sit there and socialize while eating.
Well, see, that's like Ariana, Mark, and Alexis. They absolutely love sitting at the dining room table and eating, all of us together, as a family. And they starve for it. They always ask me, "Can we sit at the dining room table? Can we sit?" Yeah, that's what we need to do. That's what we're going to do, And so you can ask Mark, Area, and any of them. Who's first in their life, and that they God. It's
Yep.
because we have trained them to understand.
And it's like, that's why I feel like there's such a divide now between our generations and other ones, especially Generation Alpha, the one that's coming through.
Yeah.
Because they grow up with iPads in their face. So they don't know how to socialize. That's why they're more of the quiet, more not knowing what to say, not knowing what to do, because they were never taught to sit there and socialize with people.
Yeah.
And like that's why a lot of them got so sensitive, because they're so used to just being okay, well, you're annoying me, here's an iPad.
Let me tell you something. We're godly people. When Jesus was here, if people seen Jesus today, they would think he was the meanest person in the world. Because our generation, after millenniums, well, not you, because the problem is, we're straightforward. If we know you got a problem, you tell the truth.
Yep.
This being nice and being the buddy system and trying to be nice and sensitive about it does not work.
Nope.
You have to be straightforward. Look, this is what you do, and this is what needs to be done.
Yep.
And you're not doing a great job of doing it. Oh no, you did your best. That's got to stop. That's the problem.
And I don't believe in this. All kids get a trophy. No, you earn trophies.
But my thing is, Jesus did not do that when he was here.
Yeah.
And I'm sick and tired of the way they switched the system around.
Yeah.
When we were growing up, our parents could look at us and we know we did wrong.
Oh yeah.
Look, so my thing, and you know it, and then my thing is this: they call you by your first and middle name, you know you're in trouble.
You're in deep shit.
But my thing is this: quit being. People need to quit being their kids' friends.
They need to quit babying them.
Well, not just that. They need to quit being their friends. They need to be parents.
They need to be parents. You can't be both. You can't. You can't.
That's where you lose, and that's where they get their minds get switched over because they're getting attention from somebody else.
Yep.
And that's what they crave. They don't understand. Kids crave to be, disciplined. That's what that's the human nature.
Well, they know if you discipline them, you love them, and that's it. They know it.
And so if you got a teacher sitting there doing it, and they're telling you about Sharia law, and they're putting sexual things in your head, and you're a 8-year-old kid and a 7-year-old kid, they think that's fine. There's something wrong. There is more teachers that are sex predators now than there's ever been, and they're doing it to go to school so they can be around these kids.
Yep.
I just feel like I'm so thankful for growing up the way I grew up, because I probably wouldn't be how I am now. And it really blew my mind going into working for a job that I can't be like that. I can't be straightforward. And I always got taught, okay, tell the truth, and if they don't like it, they can whatever, right? And so now I have to learn how to be more sensitive, because I'm too straightforward and too brutally honest. And
that's the way.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, if you're not doing a good job, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you're not doing a good job. You should do it this way.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't do that now.
That's your generation.
Yeah, you gotta guide them.
Our generation was to tell you the fucking truth.
Yep.
That's with the boomers to the Gen X to the millenniums.
And I feel like that's what really opened my eyes. And I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean I'm getting in trouble for telling someone this? And I always got taught, like, hey, if someone's not doing a good job, don't sit there and baby them. Tell them, hey, you're not going to be doing a good job. Let me help you do it. Or, hey, do it this way. And I'm getting in trouble for this.
That's the problem with the world right now.
Like, oh, Addie, you're just not sensitive enough. What do you mean I'm not sensitive enough? What do you mean I'm not sensitive enough? Like, do I have to sit there and baby them and hold their hand and walk them through it? Like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, you can't just sit there and say, oh, like, you can't sit there and tell them you're not doing a good job, because then they'll get mad. Okay.
Well, that's the deal. Nobody wants to hear the truth.
Yeah.
On that generation. Now, I'm not talking about our generation, because we heard the truth plenty of damn times.
Oh, yeah. It was slapped right in our face.
What blows my mind even more is my age compared to everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest one there.
It's because you were raised by Gen X.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like,
so, when it comes to the Sharia law, I'm gonna say People need to wake up. People are not waking up. They're not paying attention. They're not knowing what's going around the world. You have social media that's telling you stuff now. You got to listen. Your blinders are still on. Take your blinders off. The blinders got to come off.
Yeah.
We got to understand what's going on in this country before it's too late. They're already digging their claws in it. They're doing it here in America. They're doing it here in Texas. I'm tired of people asking me where it's at. It's in Michigan. It's in Texas. It's in other countries here in the United States. And tell me I'm a liar because we're seeing it in Texas.
Well, see, I didn't know they had that rally down in Austin where them some bitches were sitting there acting like a damn monkey hit the chest. If I'd have known that was going on and I had the money for gas, you bet your ass I'd have been in Austin.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody's talking about Sharia law a lot, and we got to keep talking about that. But these flock cameras that are coming up, with all the digital stuff coming up on it, we've been talking about the data centers. Okay, my prediction is this: everything's rolling into one, but in sections. So, for what I'm getting at is that one thing you hear one person talking about the dollar crashing. You have governors or people talking about the flock cameras that are coming out. You have the data centers coming up. What's happening is our money, they're going to make it crash on purpose. Kind of like we went from having cash to writing checks, from writing checks to having debit cards, and now from having debit cards and money to having nothing but a debit card with currency, digital currency. The flock cameras is to focus on us, get more information about us, face recognition, car, color, everything. And the point I'm getting at is going to feed all to these data centers. So they have self-control to where when 2030 hits and the robots that they're making start taking people's jobs, their whole ideal is to make it where we're comfortable, everything sounds great and lovely, and it starts to be a new world order. And what I mean by that is we're going to have to live by their rules because they're going to be wanting to pay us to stay home, to stay in our little area, so they can have self-control like they've always been wanting. But they're parading it like it's a good thing, and it's not a good thing because nobody's going to have any freedom.
Nope.
I'm moving to Poland.
So people need to wake up. Now, if you want to call me conspiracy, whatever, I'm telling you, these data centers is going up for a reason.
Yep.
And they're telling you that they're going to help you with electricity. They're letting you know it's this wonderful place. It's going to happen for you. Just like the Sharia law is going to be it's a wonderful thing. And blah, 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 blah. This is all a damn joke for the rich. Remember one thing. I've heard this growing up. The government doesn't work for us. The government is not for us. The government, and they say the president, is the puppet for the rich.
Well, he's actually a patsy for the rich.
So they're going to do what the rich say and what the rich want to do. Now, whether you want to say Trump is doing it, I couldn't tell you.
Well,
I doubt it because Trump talks a lot of shit.
He's actually trying to fight the hell out of it, but
But you can't do it because they gave the damn government control.
Yeah.
I think the government shouldn't have all this control that they have.
Well, it states in our Constitution that if government thinks that tries to take control of everything, we the people have the right to overturn that government and abolish it and start over.
Well, we need to abolish it and start over.
Exactly. That's what a lot of them are gathering to do, and everybody's got to follow, because if we don't all stand together on it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we the people have got to stand up and fight this together. Come together, and I don't give a damn what your differences is. Come together and stand as one and put a stop to this, because the government works for us. We don't work for them. And if they're not working for us, then they're supposed to be abolished by the Constitution. States it.
They haven't been working for us for a long time.
And it's gotten worse and worse. That's where we're at right now. Everybody's let it build up to this.
Everybody around the world has been looking at our prices of our food and stuff and what we're paying for rent.
Yeah.
And they cannot believe it's happening over here like we're getting done like this.
Yeah.
They're doing this on purpose. They want you to rent. These big businesses want to buy up all the places, so you rent from them. They control everything.
Well, they want to control your money to keep you broke to where you have to keep working and keep everything going in order to pay your bills, or you ain't gonna have a roof over your head. You ain't gonna have groceries.
We're godly people. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Now we cuss. Hey, I cuss all the time.
I mean, the difference between us and some of the others, that we're not hypocrites.
No.
We, you know,
But my thing is that God put us on earth not to be damn slaves to damn
exactly.
companies. And my thing is this: we were here to live our lives. We're a creator of God. And when people sit here and talk about me being white, especially on TikTok, I'm gonna bring this up real quick when we talk about
Yeah.
God, is I tell them all the time, you got a problem with me being white, and you want to say that because I'm white and I'm racist and because of the color of my skin, then the person you need to talk to is God.
Mhm.
Because God made me this way. I didn't say, hey, God make me white.
Well, you know,
I hate that.
go ahead.
So yeah,
And they sit there and try to pull that white privilege shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
This and
there ain't no
that.
such thing as white privilege. I didn't have it.
See, my thing is like I dealt with that in school so much, like because like oh well you're white so of course you get away with da 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 da, or of course you're white you get this, or even at work I still get shit like that, and I'm like, just because I'm white you think I get away with stuff?
well, when they pull that card, you tell them, if you got a problem with me being white, then you need to go talk to God.
You know, I grew up on soul food, hang down, everything that the black folks grew up. I grew up because I was poor as hell. So
William,
you know,
when we got to our generation, we killed the racism.
yeah.
These damn, what's the generation before you?
Before me,
Yeah, the ones that were all racist.
Oh shit, I don't remember.
Anyway, they're still here and they're still bringing that shit back to the schools.
Yeah.
Now they're putting it into damn millenniums weren't like that. They're putting it into her generation and these young
Yeah,
kids.
they're putting it in children's storybooks and every damn thing else. And,
They're
you know,
doing it to make everybody fight so they can do what the hell they want to do.
It's just like that video me and you both seen. It states in that video why everything is done the way it is to keep us confused and keep us fighting and keep us busy so we don't see what the hell they're doing.
They're fear mongers.
Yeah,
they
fear mongers.
you. They want you to fear every damn thing
Ain't
from
afraid
them.
of nothing.
So
Shit,
my
the hell
fucking
with it.
thing is, why is people letting it happen? I sure know I'm talking about it. I'm gonna keep fucking talking about it. If they get mad at me, they can kiss my white ass because I'm talking about the government.
Yeah.
Because my thing is this. Why are you letting this shit happen in America? When 9/11 happened, we were all united as one. What the fuck
Exactly.
happened? Did people forget that these motherfuckers did this
I
to
mean,
us?
look at Farm Aid and all that stuff. All the singers came together to raise money to help starving children and shit. What happened, people? We all came together. And that's like, Willie Nelson pulled a bunch together on Farm Aid and everything else. What happened to you? Where did you go?
Why is people forgetting about 9/11?
Exactly.
Why is people forgetting about 2020?
Yeah.
Why is nobody talking about this no more? Why ain't nobody talking about what they're feeding us? There's like the video you sent me about this food that they're doing in these labs and stuff.
Yeah.
Why ain't anybody standing up for the American people? I mean, why ain't the Americans? We got to stand up. Time is running out, and enough of this shit.
Yeah.
They're feeding us crap, taking all our fucking money from us, taxing the shit out of us on the land we've already paid for,
Yep.
on the vehicles we already fucking paid for. Why in the hell is it keep happening?
Greed.
Well, the thing about it is, something needs to be done.
Yep.
Enough's enough.
Yep. I agree.
Because if we don't end up doing something, they're going to kill this America, and our kids are going to suffer for the shit.
We're the last there is of you being able to come and have a chance to have a life and have things. But at the rate that everything's going is dwindling out, and y'all are letting it happen, people. Y'all got to get your heads out of your ass and stand together. You can call us conspiracy theorists or whatever you want, just like my cousin just said. But let me tell you something. We state facts, and we're not conspiracy theorists. We're not radicals. We're nothing like that. We see, because we can think for ourselves. God gave us a brain. We're not followers. We're leaders. And like I told everybody on my TikTok, if you're scared to handle certain things and to come out and follow the law and give the penalties out, Sign me up. I'll do them. I guarantee you, if I was in office, none of this shit would be going on.
Addie, what does your generation think about all this stuff going on?
They decide to block it out. Most of them do.
I need you to get on your TikTok, start talking to these folks.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, they're not gonna believe it because we were the kind of the generation that started getting iPads in our face, so it's still kind of hard. I didn't get that, but
Well-
it's like it's harder for people to be like, okay, well, it's not gonna happen.
Well, if they got the iPads in their faces, they need to see what's going on. The iPads are telling them.
You know, one that's on your face.
Not
TikTok
being
is
me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
You know what I
like-
mean?
No
Yeah.
matter how hard you try to push stuff on Gen Z, it's not really gonna happen.
No, they
Because they were
ignore it.
so hard-headed about stuff like this. Okay, well, we're gonna believe what we want to believe, and if you tell us to believe something, even though it's true, we're not gonna believe it. Well, not me specifically.
I
but
know.
it's
Just
like,
no. You're saying that what's going down.
And that's just kind of how Gen Z is.
Well, just sort of ask them, do you enjoy doing this? But if this happens, that goes away.
I know. I was already planning on like making a post about something like that,
Yeah.
but it's like it's not gonna happen.
They lock down. I
Because
understand that. Yeah.
they're so locked in after the whole like COVID everything,
Yeah.
this and that. It's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, Gen Z, we're strong. We stand up and we stand up for ourselves. But if it's something they don't want to hear, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, I don't care. I don't
They
believe
block
you." Da
it.
da da da,
Yeah.
and keep going on.
That's what's
And-
hurting us right now.
That's kind of how and Gen Z is very soft. Gen Z is
Too
soft.
soft. Way
And
too soft.
It's like you have to watch what you say, how you say it, everything, because then someone would get offended by the tiniest thing. And so in the end, it's like regardless of what you tell Gen Z, they're still gonna do what they want to do.
Well, see, the reason that they're doing all this stuff is because they don't want you guys to be able to afford a house. They want to control you.
Yep.
So, my question is this. The last two strongest generations are still here. If Gen Z don't learn off boomers and they don't learn off Gen X, they're going to be fucked.
Yeah. They are.
Because
Mhm.
we're the ones next up and we're taking care of everything. And the boomers are coming up. We're coming up to be able to be in that White House and do everything. And things will change. Things will change. But what happens when we're gone?
That's what I'm
Correct.
scared of. And you know, really and truly, I'm not scared of a damn thing on this planet. But the only thing one thing that does scare me is what my grandkids and my great grandkids are going to go through when I'm gone.
Well, that's the deal.
Yeah.
Because it's time for the old fuckers in there and the government to leave. It's time for
Yeah.
them to go.
All of them need to go.
They need to
Every
go.
damn one of them.
That generation is racist. They are money hungry. They don't give a shit about people. And between the boomers and Gen X, we killed that shit. And now they're documenting and putting it back in the young generation's heads again after we've worked so hard to push that shit out. And it needs to go away. This privilege bullshit. There was white slaves, there were black slaves, there were Indian slaves,
All kinds of slaves.
and we're still all of us are still slaves to the fucking system.
We're slaves to all these rich motherfuckers that's running this shit.
Yeah, they need
And then now with the AI, they're finna clean us out of work. So they control
Oh.
everything.
Did you know that was it you that sent me that or somebody may have seen it? But anyway, the robot, they created their own.
I'm the one that
little
sent you that.
Okay.
Okay, there was two robots that were talking. They got to talk to each other, and they created their own language,
Yeah.
so that they couldn't understand what they were saying, and they shut them down. So my thing is this: they're messing with the dark stuff that they don't know how to control, and they're unleashing this stuff. And it's gonna be where they can't control it, and it's
Yep.
gonna be the Terminator times.
Yeah, iRobot all over. They're gonna start killing damn people, and they're gonna take control of themselves.
And that's the deal. It's gonna be it's crazy.
Yeah.
These people are crazy, man.
Well, I mean, it's just like, before we went on air, I was talking about all the movies that showed all this was gonna happen. You know, you got Fast Furious, God's Eye. You got what else did I say? iRobot and
Said a Terminator, all that.
Terminator. All of I mean, this is every movie and some of the Simpsons episodes have predicted all this shit. Have showed all this shit, and now it's coming true. People wake up and smell the coffee. I mean, I'm not saying go get radical or anything else. But we can do this by words and not fire a shot. We can take over and get rid of this corrupt government we've got because the Constitution states that if the government does not work for the people, then we have every right to abolish them and start over.
I don't want people are scared to do it. I'm down for it.
I am. I'm ready.
I'm down to get their asses out there. I'm tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
I'm glad Pelosi's going to be gone. I'm tired of seeing them. I'm trying to even these old Republicans. I'm tired of seeing their asses too.
All of them, every damn one of all these corrupt some bitches, and they all committed treason.
Yep.
And what really I don't understand is, no, Japan's not supposed to be able to buy land or anything here.
China.
Or China. And none of terrorists are not allowed. Well, they've got it. So we have a law that we can go in and seize all this and take it back and then get rid of these assholes, like I said. Take pictures of them, take a picture of everything, and ship their ass back and ban them from ever coming in here again.
Well, let me ask you this, Addy. You heard him just say that, right? China has bought land over here, right? How do we not know they didn't buy it because some of the government people that are in the government wanted them to buy it, and they're just doing it and ain't going to give it to them? We don't know. Say, for example, say Pelosi wanted that land. Say somebody else wanted that land. We don't know. Because they lie to us so damn much, we don't know the truth anymore when it comes to our government.
I always don't ever believe the government.
You cannot believe them. You can't believe what they say.
Well, that's just like that. And there again, I don't know where this Walmart store is, but they took an old Walmart store. Well, not just one. They took quite a few. And they built underground bunkers to store people in.
I don't believe that till I see it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That could be made up, man. I don't see them.
No, it's true. It is true.
Where's the Walmart at?
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember which area.
So why would
they? 6 of them.
Why would they build bunkers? I'm asking.
And they built like concentration camps underground. The cages. No, I'm serious.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And they're to store. They're to put people in that are going to fight against the government and all this bullshit. So anybody that stands up to them is going to go in there.
Well, wait, how they going?
Did you see the video of them walking through the Walmart? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Oh.
This here they were building.
Like a long time ago, there was a abandoned Walmart, and there was a whole bunch of like military people there, and someone walked in, and it was like a maze almost, and like they had a whole bunch of stuff blocked off, and they were walking through it. I guess they broke into it, and they were walking through it, and all the lights were on and stuff, and it was like they took a shelf and made like a maze to get through it.
Yeah, I've seen that video. I've seen it,
a
but I'm talking
military
about
person saw them and kicked them out. But it was like a video from a long time ago.
Yeah, see, they were entering.
So it wasn't AI'd.
No, it wasn't AI.
No, it wasn't AI.
It was like.
It was before AI even came about.
I think it was like 12.
I'm gonna have to check.
10,
It was on YouTube.
It was on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to look at that up.
Whenever I was obsessed with watching YouTube on my Wii U, I watched it on that. So that's how long ago this was. I saw that video.
Well, I'm gonna have to look,
but,
man.
The biggest thing is people quit being scared of the government. We, the people, control this country, not the damn government. And we all stand together as one, and we can't be defeated.
Well, we need to change the laws for one.
Yeah.
For us to quit paying taxes on every damn thing. That needs to end.
Well, see, that's like Chris Benton. He's asking everybody on October the 17th, he's supposed to have a bunch of people going up to Washington, D.C. to shut down. He's asking everybody around the world to shut down completely. All truck drivers, everybody, nobody go to work, nobody does that, just stay home. Shut it down. And prove to the government we're going to shut down. And we will put a stop
When was it? When is this?
October the 17th.
I'm gonna look it up because I can push it.
I got him on my phone.
Well, send it to me.
I've shared a bunch of his stuff.
Well, I'm saying send it to me.
Okay.
Because we got to do something.
Yeah.
Something. We got to stand up. We got to show them that we ain't scared, man.
Yeah.
We got to make a stand. It's time to make a stand. Yeah. And I got a lot of people telling me, Keith, keep going on my TikTok. Keep going. Keep doing this. Keep going. We got to make a stand. We got to stand up against them.
Yeah.
Well,
that's like yesterday, Keith. I was sitting there talking and on, because I just got out of TikTok jail, and I was sitting there talking on my TikTok, and all of a sudden they locked me for about 10 minutes because I had one of my my loyal follower, Jacob. After they had unlocked, he said, "Where did you go? We didn't hear nothing from you for about 10 minutes, but we seen your face, but we didn't see it." They stopped me from what I was trying to say. So when he did that, I will cover it back again. They're not going to stop me from getting my voice out there. They're not.
Well, people sent me the videos on my TikTok on the page and showing me what they put on there and what they were blocking them. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
And they were blocking them for no reason because they love these fucking Muslims.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we don't want to hurt their feelings.
Well, they put me in jail because they said that my stuff wasn't right. They created TikTok to bring people together. That's what the hell I was trying to do, is bring people together like we're doing right now.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, the Sharia law, I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm going to keep it going. I don't want Eddie, his generation, to be stuck with this shit. I don't want nobody thinking they can own my daughter. Because that's what those guys do. They sell their daughters off and they got tired of them. If I could have made money off of Eddie, I'd have sold her a long time ago.
Somebody might give you 15.
Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Hey, I need some quarters to wash my truck anyway.
But no, that's just bad when you sell your own damn kids off.
It is.
And I don't know, these people over there, they're crazy, man. And they don't give a fuck. Here's what they don't understand. They don't give a shit if you blow their country up. They don't care.
They don't care. Because they done ran over here.
No, that ain't it. They just don't care. They live for that. They like that shit.
Saying, a lot of them ran over here back in the day when they thought they were all going to be bombed.
Here's what I think. Here's what I'm going to say. I think everyone needs to go back and actually do a deep dive on 9/11. Because that will open their eyes to see what the fuck these people actually are. The crazy thing is about those pilots that hijacked the planes, they got their license in the United States.
Yep. At the school, they trained it. They trained
them how to fucking.
They sent them over here to go to school and learn how to destroy us.
So, please do not sit here and tell me that we're crazy, because we're not. You sit there, go back, do a deep dive. Actually, I don't care if you think it's boring. Sit there. Do a deep dive about everything about 9/11, not just, these two people hit the planes, to the buildings, and next thing they fell, and America fell apart that day. No, that's not what it was. The government was behind it too.
Yep.
And it was.
They had explosives put into the building.
They had explosives, literally, they had explosives in the fucking building.
They done it just like a demolition where we fall straight down.
It was population control.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. So all these different things that are happening, these big catastrophes that are happening, like 9/11, COVID, this and that, it's population control.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to trust our government.
I don't trust them, some bitches.
I
trust me.
Go watch the interviews of the people that were there, that heard the boom before the planes even hit. And all of this stuff. Go back and watch it. Do the deep dive.
Well, see, that's just like I said, those planes. If there is actual, true, real video. Wasn't planes, it was rockets that shot into that building. They have a overcast of a plane hiding that rocket from that.
And then on top of that, those buildings are built strong.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Not only did they succeed with the planes, before the planes, they had a van full of explosives underneath the buildings.
So let me tell you something. If you wanted to go really study explosions, go watch all the buildings that they demolished. When they put the stuff in, you'll see how they fall.
Yep.
Exactly. They fall inward.
They fall inward. And there's no way that plane from the top. Now, it would have been the top part fall on top of the plane part, but there's no way that bottom part was going to fly down from a plane.
No.
Without having explosives down there to make that whole building fall.
And there's the difference between something hitting something and it fucking having enough force to push it over. That's not what it did. What it did is it all collapsed in the middle and down.
Oh, believe me,
That's
we
not
know.
how the fucking buildings
That's
work.
right.
They weren't built like that.
And
So therefore, it had to have explosions on the inside to make it collapse inwards instead of just hitting it like that.
and it had to be a lot of explosions from being at the bottom, because if you go watch them and they rig up some of these buildings, sometimes those buildings don't fall the way they want to. They had so much demolition bombs down there that it fell straight down.
It fell straight inward.
Well, and not only that, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but those two buildings, since they were the tallest buildings there, they were designed and built to withhold any kind of wind and everything else. So they were built stronger than any other building.
Oh, we know. We did
I
study.
sat there and I remember whenever I went into a whole like rabbit hole of it of watching people interview and how people were there and all the interviews between the people and then watching movies that are around the and everything. And you actually I understand people are like, oh, history is boring. History is boring. It really isn't. And that's how you learn more things.
Mm-hmm.
And you sit there and you watch and you can watch the video footage from the inside of when you first walk in and you hear the boom before you hit before you hear the plane hit. It was like pop, 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 pop. And the next thing you know, boom.
And they did the bombs too late, so it would catch fire, it would make them knock down.
And I remember there was evidence photos, and there was a photo of this can, like a vegetable, and it had a whole bunch of different wires. Like I guess they wanted to hide it as like maybe whatever, and it didn't go off the way they wanted it to. So
Yeah, that's how they work. That's how they do
please,
it.
do not sit here and tell us that we're crazy because it's gonna happen again. Because
Oh yeah, it's already
now
building.
there's more of them, which means there are gonna be more catastrophes in each state,
Yeah.
and that's what they can do.
Well, they've already tried to do it. They were already trying to do a bombing here, and the guy was on there here in Texas. They busted him before he could bomb. He already had the bomb ready, fixing to go bomb here, and he was on his platform talking about it. The Muslim guy, and they've just busted him the other day.
So I feel like they're planning something bigger.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. I think they're trying to do it too.
Well, that's how come, I told you they've had sleepers here. They've been awakened and they're getting prepared to do whatever the hell they're fixing to do.
Was it the Oklahoma bombing too?
The Oklahoma bombing was a guy that was in the army. He came to Ennis, to the motorplex here where we live, and got the fuel to go bomb in Oklahoma. But he was an American.
But there's like all these different things, and it's like you gotta watch, you gotta research, you gotta watch, and do not sit there and go to these news stations like CNN, all of them. Don't sit there and watch their shit.
They lie.
You need to sit there and you need to go on YouTube and watch the hour-long videos of the people interviewing, asking questions, and all the different things, because those are the ones that are going to tell you the truth. Not these news stations that sit there and tell you what you want to hear.
Well, it's like 1440. That's the station that tells you the truth. Well, actually, 1440 is where you go read it. What was the other station, Keith? That one, the news station that, crap, I see it all the time.
We talking about the talk station?
Oh, no, I think I don't.
93.3?
No, it's directly news. It tells you the truth, not lie to you.
Well, all I can tell you is government ain't gonna tell you the truth, and they ain't gonna believe anything. I don't believe anything they say anyway.
Government don't know how to tell the truth.
I don't know. It's like I've always been super fascinated in things like this.
Well, my thing is, and I'm gonna go back, because when I was talking about 2020, nobody's being convicted of anything. Everybody's getting away with everything. I think a lot of things are a cover up just so they can plan their stuff out. And it's basically what they're doing. They filmongered your generation to scare you, so you guys would have to stay at home, and you'd be used to that if it happened again. And what's the big finale that's going to happen? That's my question. What is going to be the big finale? Because COVID didn't work very long.
Cancer virus didn't work at all.
So what's going to be the big finale to scare everybody?
I feel like when it comes to that, Gen Z is the ones that stand up. Because if you think about it, Gen Z was the ones that shut down the whole hantavirus stuff because we said we're not staying home again. We're not going to sit
Well-
here and ruin our lives again for this.
Well, they need to stand up and see what's happening now because this stuff is not going away. And, people, there's a lot of things there's a lot of things happening. It's hard to cover everything at one time. But anyway, the Sharia law stuff is just getting out of control. These data centers, I'm telling you, is getting ready to prepare us to take over. And that's actually what's going to happen.
Okay.
They're fixing to kill the American dollar. They're doing it on purpose. It's our own government doing it on purpose. They're trying to put it on other countries. No, our government's doing this. They're killing our American dollar so they can control. So for what?
Thing I've been trying to talk
About Charlie?
Mhm.
Well, that's one thing I was going to say before we get on off here is that Charlie was one of the guys who was actually telling you all about the Muslims. It was telling you about how the government was running, and I still think that they did it. They did this to him to shut him up.
Yeah, they did.
And that's the whole point of it is they got him to shut up because he was going around and telling the young kids the truth. And again,
He was getting too close to the truth. He didn't like it.
he was telling the truth. It was not close. He was telling the truth.
Yeah, he was telling the truth, and they knew he wouldn't stop, so they had to stop him.
And my thing is this. You can do what you want and everything. But at the end, God, you still got to be judged by God.
Yep.
Oh, there's no God. But you believe in hell. And you can't believe in one and not the other. But I'm going to tell you one thing. It's a proven fact. Jesus Christ was here.
Yep.
The strongest man in the world. Everybody that called master, that called king. There ain't nobody been else called master or king. The greatest creator of our whole generation created the best man that we all have DNA blood in us of this man, and it's a proven fact. The man who sacrificed his life for us.
Well, God sacrificed his only son to save all of us.
That's what I'm talking about, Jesus.
Yeah. And, it's like that other deal, Keith. I mean, we've said, me and you both know what it is and what it means. It's to be on earth as it is in heaven. God will wipe the whole slate clean if he has to and start over.
Well, if he has to do it, he's going to do it.
Yep.
But you know what?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think Sharia law is the devil.
Yep.
I think AI. I like AI until they pushing the limits on AI, and that's going to be the devil.
Yeah.
And your billionaire people are already the devil.
Oh yeah, because they're greedy about money.
And they just can't stop. They don't have nothing better to do but to make people's life miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell
the
you,
love of money destroys all.
well, they've taught this generation to love money, and that ain't what you're supposed to do.
Nope.
We were taught to take care of your neighbor, and that ain't like that no more. Because half the time you don't know who your hell your neighbor is now, and what they do.
Well, I can tell you this: you can go and you do it here. You can go to it right there on that block. Everybody will tell you.
Well,
we love the way it is because we all know each other and we're all close.
My thing is, it's supposed to be that way, but times have changed. We've seen it change. It's gotten worse.
Yep.
And it's time to make a change, people. We got to do something.
Yep. We got to do it quick.
Got to be quick. So
number one, we all got to stand together as one. We the people.
And Charlie was right on everything he said. I didn't follow Charlie.
I did. I just started following him a lot.
I went back and I started listening to what he was saying. He was telling the truth.
Oh yeah.
And you know why people didn't like him? Because he was talking the way Jesus Christ talked back in the days. And you want to understand what I'm saying? Is that he wasn't being sensitive. He was telling you straightforward, and they didn't like hearing the truth.
Yeah.
That man was telling the truth, and they didn't like to hear the truth. They wanted to be, it's okay.
They wanted him to sugarcoat it.
And he didn't do none of that. And I respect that man. And
I'm blown as hell, I tell you, in a heartbeat.
He was a good speaker. And my thing is, I voted for Trump. I'm gonna stick by Trump. I
Oh,
voted for
yeah, I
Trump. I'm
voted for
staying
him.
with
I'm
Trump.
sticking by him.
But people like was his old I used to like Tucker. Tucker turned against him. People listen to Tucker all the time now, and he turned against that man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you and I did a little terminology. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I always will be. Why are you a Dallas Cowboy fan? Because I've always been a Dallas Cowboy
Mhm.
fan. I'm not turning on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the bandwagon. Well, I'm on the bandwagon with Trump. I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
The same way as you. When you vote for these presidents, you vote for them. You stick with them.
Yeah.
You know,
You stick by your
through
decision.
the good and the bad.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. We stick with it. Did you vote? Yeah, I did.
Because
But
we
you-
were taught to stick with our decisions because we made that decision.
That's right. You don't do the wishy-washy shit.
No.
But for Tucker to sit there and do what he did,
Yeah.
and then wishy-washy, a lot of people doing that stuff. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I don't follow the guy no more. I care less about it. I used to like him when he was on Fox News. Then I followed him when he got his ass knocked off Fox News, and then I started losing respect for him. So,
Well, the devil always shows itself eventually, Keith.
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's time to stand and Addison, go ahead and tell them what you're gonna talk about next week.
Next week, I'm gonna kind of start off talking about Charlie and kind of how he viewed everything and his opinions on things. And I was just following him for a really long time. Like I was watching him constantly, learning more because I wanted to learn. And then we're gonna kind of go into the whole like 9/11 down, like kind of like timeline, how it worked, when they got their stuff, everything like that, and more kind of history stuff that kind of goes into it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a little segment kind of off the what is that? Kind of off the topics and kind of like ease out the topics a little bit, kind of like bring everyone back in, kind of go off of it, We're gonna talk about like relationships and kind of stuff like that, how it should be these days, everything else, And then we're gonna kind of go back into the topic about why Gen Z needs to stand up and what we need to stand up for.
And that's good because Gen Z needs to stand up. They need to learn.
So we're gonna kind of pull all of that together because we've been want to talk about relationships. We've kind of touched base with it on kind of our other episodes, but this time now we're gonna kind of reel everybody back in a little bit, kind of ease the minds,
Well, everybody needs
give
to be
everyone
united.
advice,
So
stuff like that, and then we're gonna go back into why Gen Z needs to stand up for ourselves.
well, that's good. Well, do y'all have anything else y'all like to say?
I just want to give shout outs to the ones that deserve it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead.
No.
You want to do your shout outs?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do shout
I'll
outs
do
and
my
then she
shout
can
out
do
after
hers.
him. You can go.
I just want to give a shout out to the Murphy's gas station in Ennis and then one in Waxahachie. They're great people. They take good care of me every time I go in there. Shout outs to Black Land Lumberyard. I'm trying to keep that stuck in my head. Great people over there. And Mama's Place, it's a Spanish food place in Italy, Texas. If y'all want some good authentic Spanish food, go in there. They make their own tortillas and everything. Oh, they're so delicious. And they're reasonable. They're not high price. And you get a lot of food for what you pay. And I especially want to give out a high five to Dodi Gonzalez and Geronimo Gonzalez. They're our cousins. We love y'all. And my daughter, Jacinda Lynn. You guys follow us and everything. Oh, Cindy said she hadn't been getting notices. She asked me if we'd been. She said usually she gets notices when it's posted, but she hadn't got any. I don't know
That's
what
on her part. I don't know.
But anyway, and people, we're here to sort of open everybody's eyes and help y'all see what's going on and talk about the things y'all would like for us to talk about. We love you guys. We're godly people. We love everybody. And all we're trying to do is help.
I'm gonna say shout out to all my friends that are here that push us to do more, give me more information they see. Love them. And then shout out to my
I want to thank everybody, all our family members. A lot of you are on there. You support us. We really appreciate it. Love y'all so much. All of you that come on here and watch, and help us grow. Our TikTok following has gotten bigger, and I love you giving me feedback, whether it's positive or negative. I take it either way. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna put one on go to X, and I'm gonna make a account over at X so we can kind of show the videos over there, so my TikTok people can go over there. And my nose is just and but I want y'all to understand that we appreciate it, and I love the feedback, and we will keep pushing everything that we can push. And nobody's gonna make us stop talking. The only way they're gonna make us stop talking if they just block what we're saying, and that's the only way. And we need to come united. And on that note, God is everywhere. I want to put this out there. You don't have to go to church. God is with you no matter where you're at. And always remember that. He is with you and will always be there with you. On that note, everybody have a good day and God bless.
God bless.